Hello, everyone from Chelsea Fan TV. I hope you're all doing very well. I'm here with Lewis. We're going to be talking about everything to do with the club at the moment, the manager, I would say, divide. I don't necessarily know if there's a big divide within the fan base, but there are still a certain section of fans who, even with the wins over Fulham and Everton, not happy with what they're saying. But I think a lot of people generally would agree that, in terms of the numbers, Chelsea can get Champions League. I mean, I still don't necessarily think we will do it, but I'm holding out hope.
We're at least just building up a bit of momentum now. Like, as long as we just keep doing our job, we should be okay to do it. Beat Newcastle, we're above Newcastle. Beat Forest, and yeah, we'll be above Forest too. And that's just it. Like, it is low-key gone back into our hands now. And there might even be a little bit of favour coming our way this week, just depending on results, because there are a few tricky fixtures out there. You've got Nottingham Forest versus Brentford on Thursday, Manchester City versus Wolves on Friday, which I wouldn't have even bothered looking at, but turns out Wolves are the most informed team in the Prem right now. So
they have a good record against Man City. I don't know about away from home. I think it is at the Etihad. So that's the only. But
I know we got Liverpool. We can't ignore that. But hungover on the beach, not the same level of intensity or drive that they would have had for any of the previous fixtures. We can get at them. We can get a result there. Things are starting to look up for us just a little bit. We just have to keep doing what we're doing, and it's just winning games.
Well, I guess this is where we disagree, because I said to you before, I think we agree on a number of things. Like, I agree that there's a hope. There's definitely a hope. There's definitely a fighting spirit within this team. Like, I don't believe the players aren't fighting for the team or the manager, whatever you want to call it. I believe they're given 100%. I think the problem is the instructions that they're given. That's been the issue for me. Is that, okay, you can drag out a result against Fulham, as ugly as it was, you did it. That's great. You beat Everton. That was a more comfortable win. But
I'd say Fulham was still the better team.
I mean, but we can't get away with that against Liverpool. We won't get away with that against Forest or Newcastle, even United in a lot of ways. Like
Forest, I hear it. Low block from hell.
But United will have a low block.
Yeah, but like United aren't a serious institution.
I'm more confident against them than anyone else. I'm with you on that.
Newcastle, that'll be a direct game. They aren't going to sit back on us. They have to win that game as much as we have to win that game. So there will be opportunities to play the football that we like watching Chelsea play. And the football that we play best, which is like direct possession-based football, which we've shown ourselves to be able to do in the first half of the campaign. So I have a little bit of optimism for that game. Just because, like, look, I've seen teams win at Newcastle, and we can play a style of football that usually has us making more chances. Solely because they got to come back and play the game against us. That and, like, we've been the better team against Newcastle in both games we played. Even the cup that we lost, we were the better team. We dominated them. We just did nothing in the final third and conceded 2 stupid goals. Typical Chelsea. But we're in momentum now. Just keep building on it.
I mean, we are building momentum. That's true. I don't think we've kicked our stride. I think a win against Liverpool will give us that genuine confidence. Like, that would give me confidence, beating Liverpool, irrespective of the fact that they've won the league. You could almost say especially because they've won the league. But, it's a home game. It's a game we drew last season. We drew 1-1. There's a good argument we could have won that game on the opening day last year. It was a great game as well. Like, I always enjoy Liverpool at home. It's always an entertaining fixture. And I guess we're hoping that they're going to rotate heavily and have a weaker squad than usual. No Van Dijk, fingers crossed. No Trent. No Salah. That would be nice. There is a chance it could happen, to be fair. There is a chance. But
we've got a bunch of players that need to get their 5 appearances for their medal. I hear it.
Chiesa. Who else?
Oh, I'm thinking further than Chiesa. He's got the 5 appearances. I'm thinking like Carabao Cup final, innit? Them youth players. Get them their
Oh, good
minutes. That's
memories,
what I'm
then.
thinking. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, terrible memories. But get some payback. I'll be so real. If they wheel out those players, I'm just going to replay. If I'm the manager, I'm replaying the cup final and be like, do you not remember that? You're going to let that happen again? Go out there and do something.
I guess the good thing about these fixtures, one thing that, like, now that you've mentioned it, does make me feel that little bit optimistic. And again, I want to reiterate, I'm not confident, but that if I'm looking for positives, if I'm searching for them, and I am searching, I'm looking quite a way. You say Newcastle aren't going to have a low block, Liverpool won't have a low block, and
Liverpool
those
won't
teams
have a
won't have a
strong
low block.
team or the same motivation. Man United are garbage. Forest, we'll just see where we are when we get to that
the one,
game.
isn't it? Forest.
Yeah, because that's not going to be top 3 wrapped up anymore. They're just going to be fighting on the last day with us. So, don't know.
I think with Forest, they are the epitome of Maresca's worst nightmare to play against. Low block, amazing counter attacks, don't need a lot of chances, they take them. Whereas we're the polar opposite. We need loads of possession.
And good at set pieces.
We have to basically. I mean, I don't know what Forest fixtures up. I don't know if you had a graphic that you were showing me the other day, and it was.
Oh yeah, I'll get that.
Yeah, it was all about basically the different fixtures that are there. I mean, we are competing against Man City in this race as well.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed they drop points, but I think after beating Villa, that's knocked them out of it. At least if everyone else keeps picking up points.
Why is that so small? I'll get a different one up.
No, it's all good. It's all good. I just think that, yeah, man, the more I look at this Chelsea team, I say, who's going to win us the match? Who's going to be consistent? Who's going to carry us through this period? It's not Palmer, based on his recent form. It's not Jackson. I mean, it could be Jackson. I don't know. He did score a great goal against Everton.
This is the best I've got, but it's just one fixture behind.
It's fine. Not a problem.
So obviously we played Everton, Ipswich, and like the others have gone past. So Brentford at home, Palace away. They got 1 eye on the cup final, so like they'll probably just bend over.
City have Southampton, Bournemouth, and Fulham as well.
Oh, Forest running, but if Brentford don't get anything, forget Forest.
I'll tell you what though, Palace away, West Ham away, they're under a lot of pressure.
West Ham are utter garbage. They're as bad as Tottenham and Man United. Leicester City, that's a derby and they're relegated over. Crystal Palace, all these guys have just spread their cheeks for all of our rivals. Newcastle here have 5 goals. City here have 5 goals. Nottingham Forest will be the same damn thing. And then they only beat Villa in the FA Cup.
Well, Newcastle have a tough run, and they've got Brighton away, Arsenal away, Everton at home. That's good for us.
Brighton. Well, apparently Newcastle don't do well over there, so you might be onto something.
Well, Arsenal away as well. That's another good one. Everton at home. I think David Moyes.
Actually, yeah, because here's my thing with Arsenal. These men are really starting to forget about the Prem. And teams are starting to creep up on them. Suddenly, like, we're 7 points behind them. City are 5 points behind them. They keep dropping points. Suddenly, they might be involved in this race. They'll be front runners. They will never be back runners. But hey, keep dropping points, man. Keep dropping points. I want to see something.
29% chance of Chelsea finishing in the top 5, according to this. So,
hey, that was before the Everton game.
We love our data at Chelsea. We do love our data. And 29% is better than 0%. So that's the way I'm going to look at it. Lewis, talk to me.
Go on.
What were you going to say, mate? Go for it.
No, it's just up to us to make our own fucking hope at this point. It's just up to us.
It's true. Now, we've got to speak about some of the recent rumours as well surrounding the club. And Chelsea. There's been some talk about Wesley Fofana potentially going to Marseille. The Lap as well, obviously, his release clause is now valid now that Ipswich have been relegated. He can leave for £30 million. We've also had links to Morgan Rogers from Aston Villa. That's according to Miguel Delaney. I mean, what do you make of a lot of the rumours you're hearing at the moment? Do you think any of them have any actual substance, or do you think it's all a load of waffle at the moment and we just need to wait until the season finishes?
All of it ultimately comes down to just wait until the end of the campaign. I'll give you that. But Morgan Rogers is something to keep an eye out just because of Villa and potential PSR situations. Because like if they don't get Champions League, they might have to sell a player of Rogers' quality just to like even up the books. So it's something to more just keep an eye out with. Like the whole Isak situation. There is no point of that ever even being a discussion unless Newcastle don't make Champions League. If they don't make Champions League, I'll have a look at Isak. Because he'll be out there. And like City, they'll be fine. Us, we know we'll have to sell players if we don't make UCL. Forest would probably be fine anyway, to be honest, with the budget that they've been working on. So yeah, it's just Villa, really. Just Villa.
Well, they spend more on their team in terms of like revenue that comes in that's then put on wages than any other team in the Premier League. They spend like 90%. Yeah. When the Athletic release sort of information to do with Chelsea's financials, they also had some stuff about Aston Villa as well, and it's incredible, mate, how much risk they have taken to try and push up the table. I'm talking literally 90% of their money.
And it looks like it's all slowly falling apart for them.
I mean, you can't say they haven't given it a good go. I would say that Emery certainly made them better, but mate, closing that gap and basically solidifying yourself as a top 6 team is not easy. Even with the drop off from Tottenham and United, Forest have filled that void. Newcastle have filled that void. So there's even with Tottenham and
our
United
league in La Liga genuinely tries to punish you for going up the table. PSR complications and everything, man. Just like, let me spend my money sharp.
I think that one thing that PSR has done is, although people argue it hasn't leveled the playing field, you can't deny that. Well, the argument is that the league's got worse. And I guess you could say, based on the points tally that the top teams have, you would say, oh, if they were better, then they would get more points. But the flip side of that is that you've just got other teams in the league who are getting better and able to close the gap, because now, unlike 10, 15 years ago, if you were a United and Berbatov's the best player at Tottenham, you can buy him for, £30 million. In the modern day, let's just look at Matoma as an example at Brighton, or even Caicedo. We did that. You're spending 100 million. And it's just not sustainable for a top team to spend that money. And when they do it, because we did it, you're just propping up these other teams to be able to go and spend themselves and actually bring in better quality. And that's Brighton.
Here's the thing, though. I hear that argument, but my thing as well is that, like, it rewards you for finding young talent, but it also doesn't really allow you to build on that, because, like, you can't spend any more based on that. If you go up the table, like, you can't spend brazier amounts of money and everything. You have to, like, build up for a couple of years. Like Newcastle, like, they've been around Europe for a while, but they still can't spend insane amounts of money solely because of PSR. So, like, they can't really build on it. It just helps you get to a level, then maybe sell and maybe use that, but then you're selling one of your few key players and you have to run the risk of finding somebody that's at the same level. And you can't really do that when you're that mid-table.
That interests you, though, isn't that like, see, that for me, I'm not sitting here saying, I'm not the advocate for PSR here, but I'm just saying that I do think it has made it a more competitive league over a longer period. If you look at it, 5-6 years down the line, previously, you'd say, well, City have run away with it. Liverpool have been up there. Arsenal had a season. But as time's going on, that gap is not getting further. It's getting closer. You're seeing Liverpool ultimately doing what would have you know, a couple of years ago, they would have finished third playing like this behind Liverpool and City. And now they're winning the league. And we've got Arsenal on not even 70 points at this time. And we're talking about them potentially winning the, winning the Champions League because they beat Real Madrid. So there has to be some.
I kind of hear it because Tottenham and United are both in the semis and they've been garbage. So I hear your argument.
That is mad, to be fair. The fact that Tottenham can win it. And also, as well, as far as I'm aware, even if they do win the Europa League, that doesn't affect the top 5 spots. So if United or Tottenham win the Europa League, whoever's in 5th place doesn't get knocked down to the
It's only if Palace win the FA Cup.
Is that how it works?
Yeah, remember last season, innit? United finished below us. They won the FA Cup and they pushed us down.
Oh, I do. I remember that. So we could potentially see 6 teams in the Champions League next year.
Now, we had better be one of them. Bruv. I think we can be. But
we can, but I mean, I don't believe we will. I believe we can.
It's up to us to get to.
I believe I can get a 6-pack, Lewis, but you don't see me in the gym. I believe I can. I can run faster than Usain Bolt, but I'm not on the running track.
At least we're on the running track.
Are we sprinting though?
Yeah, we're sprinting. We just have to overtake a few guys.
Fucking hell, dude. I don't know, man. I respect your optimism. I do, Lewis. I do respect it. I feel like I'm usually the optimistic one, but I just...
this season is like a 180 of last season.
Even with what I've seen over the past 2 games, I'm still not seeing enough to justify why we qualify instead of those other teams. But again, when you look at the run-in that Newcastle have, it's not bad, is it? It's not bad. Forest have a pretty easy run-in. City, you could potentially see dropping points. All you need is one team to slip up and just do the bare minimum. I mean, honestly, Lewis, at this point,
that. Just win our games.
6 points could do it. 6 points.
Win our games. Go win at Forest. Go win at Newcastle. We overtake both of them. Yeah, just win our games.
Yeah, we could drop points against Liverpool and United, and we'd still qualify if we beat Forest and Newcastle. 66 points would be enough.
No, we can't risk that. We just
that would be enough. That would be enough.
I'm trying to go 4 for 4.
I know. Well, obviously, we'd love to go 4 for 4, but do you think we're going to do that? Do you really believe that? I'm not talking about what you think we need. I'm talking about what you think we will do.
Right now, the only game I'm genuinely like a bit worried about is probably going to Forest, because now I think they're going to be in a battle on the last day like us, and they play the real atmosphere.
That's got to be one of the best away days in terms of atmosphere. Nottingham Forest.
Yeah, Forest always slaps, always. Let alone that sort of environment. But we also have an opportunity to ruin that too. But United, we can beat them. Liverpool, we can beat them. Newcastle, we can beat them. We can beat all 3 of them.
I tell you what, though, that there is, the one thing about these teams getting Champions League football, like, I don't want to jinx it, but I look at Newcastle, look at Forest, 2 teams that I respect. I like their fan base, I like the atmosphere they can create, proper teams, and they're really a huge part of the city. Like, there's a connection where I don't necessarily think there's as much of a connection with Chelsea, with the community as itself. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I just think, if these guys are getting Champions League football, is that going to kill their atmosphere now? Because they're just going to expect that type of football every season. I hope it never gets to that. But
that wouldn't happen. That wouldn't happen. If anything, you'd have even crazier atmospheres in the Champions League.
Well, I'm for the big games, yes, but I'm talking about Premier League games in general. Like, I watched Nottingham Forest. I'll tune into them playing Brentford, and I think the atmosphere is decent. Do you know what I mean? Like, I haven't actually watched that game. I'm just using it as an example. Like,
that game's
tune into random Premier League games and be impressed with the atmosphere. Whereas, let's just use ourselves as an example. We'll play against, I don't know, even United, and our atmosphere will be shit at times. Like we don't even get up for relatively big games unless it's the
We only
biggest of
turn up
big
Tottenham
games.
and Arsenal.
That's it. We probably would turn up for Liverpool as well, but they've already won the title, so I don't really see what we have to shout about there.
And our fan base hates Liverpool nearly to the same level as Spurs.
My mate Steve, the one who always comes in on the interviews, the one who criticized Enzo Fernandez on Twitter.
Oh yeah, I actually didn't see that video.
Yeah, he said he sold his tickets for Liverpool because he can't bear to watch them get a guard of honor from us. And I actually respect that. I said, fair play, Steve. You're an old school fan. He's got to be in his 60s now. The things that you've seen between Chelsea and Liverpool go far beyond football. And
just tell him chill in the concourse. Finish your pint.
Yeah, I don't think I'd want to watch it if I was an old school fan like that. I mean, there's a part of me that grits my teeth even thinking about it now, but obviously I just want to watch the game, enjoy it. I'm not old enough to go back to, some of the 80s and 90s, all those matches. Like when my dad speaks to me about Liverpool, there is so much hate. Like he hates them more than everyone. You hate Arsenal, Lewis. That's the team you hate. I know you hate Arsenal
more than anything.
I never knew why people hated Arsenal so much until we lost 5-0 to them at the Emirates. I will never.
Let me show you how much the hate goes. Keep going.
I'll never understand. I never understood why it was, and then we lost 5-0, and I remember Arsenal fans in their 40s and their 50s giving it to Jacob, who's like a 11-year-old kid, getting a Nina's face.
Fireworks.
Mate, yes, they did have fireworks, didn't they?
But look what came yesterday. Ale Paris. Let's go.
Oh, that's brilliant. Anyone on the back?
You can just about see Neymar. This is like second hand to fuck. I like the kit and it's a tenner. So I thought, you know what? Cool. Let me cop it.
Then you have a sponsor.
And if they get knocked out, I'm throwing it out and I'm never wearing it again.
I thought you had a sponsor that gives you those shirts.
Oh, no. This is a retro one. This is like from years back. But I just saw one on the cheap and I thought, yeah, let me get that.
That'll be good for the watch along. That'll be good. I don't know, man. I mean, let us know in the comments who you hate the most. Me personally, I do think I hate Liverpool more than Arsenal. For me, it's probably...
I thought you hate City more than anyone, to be honest.
I hate City. Yeah, I do. It's between City and Liverpool for me. Those are the two I hate the most, then Arsenal. Do you know what I hate about City? I just don't look at them as a football club. I just don't. I've never looked at them as a club. I've just seen them. Like, people take the piss out of Abramovich, right? But what Abramovich had is he brought Chelsea together. He made a community. He made the fan base feel great, feel strong. He's a part of that fan base. And now with City, you're basically being run by a country. Okay, you are being run by a country. And well, you can already see they don't give a fuck about the City fans. They've just signed a deal with Viagogo. They're constantly raising season ticket prices. They're spending a lot of money, but
like not adding more season ticket holders. There's a big problem going over there.
Mate, it's fucking terrible, man. So, when people want to give me stick for Abramovich, I say, well, yeah, that's fine. But Abramovich actually did care about Chelsea and did care about the fans. He didn't just want success. He wanted success and, a happy fan base, basically. He wanted to keep match-going fans happy. People were spending their hard-earned money. And obviously, anyone watching that doesn't go to the games as well, you would have seen the success that we had and the players we bought.
He froze season ticket prices for 13 years straight.
15, I think.
Didn't even touch it. Yeah, it might have been even longer than that. Like that, you could even just say his entire reign. But like, he didn't give a damn about any of that. He wanted to move stadiums, don't get it twisted, but he weren't going to like raise any prices for us. Fuck the government.
Preach. Although I don't know if you heard Sadiq Khan come out and spoke about our new stadium. Did you hear that?
Unless he's giving Chelsea back to Abramovich, I couldn't give a shit.
Well, basically, Sadiq Khan has come out and said that Chelsea Stadium is too small, and that he reckons we're jealous of all the other London clubs because they've got bigger stadiums than us.
Yeah, he's not wrong. Leeds are about to overtake us in a few years. Do you hear they're renovating their ground?
I heard it's 52 to 56,000.
Yeah,
that's incredible.
And they already have the best home atmosphere in the league. And because they're not moving grounds, they'll retain it.
Oh, mate.
And like I would love the argument to stay at Stamford Bridge. If you can't build above 60k, what's the point? I'd rather just go to Else Court. Like at least there, like it's easier to get to. You have 40 acres to deal with. You could build up to fucking 80k if you want, and sort of plenty of room to like maneuver. You could build a whole fucking event area around there, similar to like the Olympic Park. Mad tourism opportunities there that Chelsea would benefit of. And then multiple train stations to use. We have to deal with fucking shitty Fulham Broadway that's closed once a month. It's closed again on Sunday.
It's ridiculous.
And that's our only train station. Where do we have to go now? Else Court.
Or West Brompton? Is that going to be open?
Yeah.
But that's
maybe
like
not.
a 25-minute walk.
No, because like, that'll be on the same, because it's the same train from Else Court down to Wimbledon.
Yeah.
I'm assuming the whole line's closed. Fucking Else Court, run a proposal to the pitch owners already, man. Stop wasting our time.
Yeah.
That is the best spot for our future.
What I will say though, Lewis, just I mean, this is only relevant for me and you, really. Maybe Charlie. Can you imagine being in a 60k capacity stadium? What's it going to be like to vlog there every week? Because you're so far away.
Wouldn't necessarily be far away. It just depends on the way they handled the pitch. It's either like the Emirates where you're far away, or it's like Tottenham where you're close. It depends on the nature of the ground. So that'd be up to them, innit?
Tottenham is a good one. I have to admit, they've got great seats at Tottenham. That's still the best stadium in the country by a mile.
Now, I understand why people wouldn't trust the new owners to make a move anyway. Like, I understand that. But drop a proposal. The best middle ground is to like keep the Chelsea pitch owners what's it called? Keep their rights for the freehold and move it to Else Court. I think that'll be a happy medium for everybody. And I'd actually back that. I like the idea of the Chelsea pitch owners. The idea that the fans can have a say on the future of the club is a rare power. And I'll never talk that stuff down. Just drop a proposal and negotiate. You never know. You might actually get some Chelsea fans on side because you'd be communicating for once. So, like, it'd be nice.
I think that I would vote for Else Court. I think it just makes sense. I know people. Look, there's the emotional side of it where people go, "It's our home." I'm like, if you don't take the opportunity to go to Else Court, do you want to play in North London or South London or East London? Because we're running out of spots in West London. There is not enough real estate available. There's no space.
We might become CFC London quicker than you think, if that's the case. And also, like, if we were to just renovate the bridge, we're gonna have to move for nearly 7 years anyway. So at that point, I'm just thinking, what's the point? Might as well just move anyway. And then, like, at least then I'd be able to just say goodbye. You know when you're leaving. You know when the last season is, when the last game is. You can say your farewells. I'll come with a screwdriver for the last home game. Take my seat home with me. And that's it. It's over. Like, yeah, everyone will miss Stamford Bridge. I'll miss Stamford Bridge as well. But I'll miss the old Stamford Bridge if we move to the new Stamford Bridge. I'll miss the old Stamford Bridge if we move to Else Court. Ultimately, you're going to miss it. So I'd rather miss it for what's best for the long-term future of the club, which I think is Else Court.
Still no proposals as of yet. They haven't approached the mayor either. He said that Chelsea have not approached anyone to.
That's why I don't blame the pitch owners either. Everyone says, "Oh, the pitch owners aren't allowing us." They ain't been given nothing to even work with, so it's pointless cussing them out.
Yeah, when that happens, that'll be heated. And guys, also, if you want to have a say, buy a share. It's not cheap, about 125 quid, but you will have a genuine say in what could happen at Chelsea's. In Chelsea Stadium. And if you believe that the best thing is for us to leave, if you're not a CPO shareholder, then you have no control over that, and your vote is irrelevant. So make your vote count and get a share. I think it's a good thing anyway, even if even if you want to stay, whatever it is.
Just have your say, man. Have your say.
Shareholder list?
No. End of the season, I'm gonna
do that.
End of the season, I'm gonna be one. End of the season.
It's a good thing to do, mate. And you should get the
Oh, trust me. But right now, I'm saving for 2 holidays and a season ticket. So it's like,
hey, season tickets definitely going up.
Portugal's during Man United, and then fucking I want to go conference final. I haven't booked my tickets yet.
I'll see you in Poland, mate. As long as we can
Can't
get past the Swedish lot.
Hey, they've been talking some stuff about their pitch, so who
Apparently
knows?
it's rubbish.
Yeah, even their own players have been complaining about it. So Lavia, James, don't even travel, mate. Just stay in England. Stay. And Lavia, you're not even part of the squad anyway. I would be sending in Kunku, Robert Sanchez, and all the youth, and have them deal with it.
Yeah, doesn't sound great. Well, listen, we'll wrap it up there, mate. Guys, listen, if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please do. Smash the like button as well. Subscribe to Lewis's channel as well. We'll leave that in the description. And let us know what your thoughts are. Do you agree or disagree with anything we've spoken about? What do you think about the top 5 race? Do you think Chelsea can get Champions League football? And also the stadium. Where do you see the stadium going? Because as far as I'm concerned, no progress has been made yet, but something's got to happen sooner rather than later. Otherwise, we are stuck with very minimal options. Catch up soon, guys, and all the best.